To know what to expect in the world energetically over the next 1 to 3 days? Well, I'm here to tell you. Gubla one, everyone. I'm Aurea Eden. Gubla one is my way to greet. It means good, blessed, and wonderful. This is your daily energy with daily predictions, your news before the news. So today's energy is one that is going to be full of conflict, full of drama, okay? Full of combative energy. All right. This day is one to where if you can, I'm getting that it's a day to rest and reflect. So it's not a good day to socialize. It's more, it will be a better day to internalize, especially with recent events, as there are still inmates escaped prisoners, so to speak, at large. And so we are being encouraged by spirit to relax and to take it easy, okay, over the next 1 to 3 days or so. And when they say this in like the middle of a cycle, which we are in the middle of a cycle, then that means the end of the cycle is going to get very, very busy. And so they want you to take the day to focus on the internal environments. Okay, so this is focusing on your home front, staying as close to home as possible. Focus on cleaning, organization. So you want to focus on the internal environments energetically in the world. This is a must. Okay, structure, organization. You could also study. Okay, you could also make your to-do list and plan some things out here. But for the most part, you want to stay as close to home as possible. If you have to work today, then it's go to work, go back home. Okay. No in-betweens, all right, over the next 1 to 3 days, because I'm really seeing take it easy, if at all possible. If you have to order something, it would be better to DoorDash, or it would be better to order, through an app and have it delivered to your home if you can help it. Now, I don't specifically know what's getting ready to happen, but this is just what I am being encouraged to tell you at this time, because this energy, especially today, is a hostile day. Okay, it's a hostile day. And this is dealing with difficult people, as I told you of a couple of days ago. It's dealing with difficult people. It's dealing with crooks and people who are trying to swindle you. So it's also a good day that it's not really a good day for signing contracts and stuff like that, if you can help it, because I really see that there are crooks, and they're not going to be trying to give you what it is that you deserve to give. And there's a lot of deceit in the energy. So over the next 1 to 3 days, large purchases and the signing of contracts, that type of thing, it's not even a good time for that. Okay. Here are, well, especially today, it might ease up. 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So starting today, 4, 5, 6. So starting today, it might ease up here in about 3 days or so. But right now, it's just not a good time for that, with all this deceit and deception in the energy here. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of betrayal happening over the next 1 to 3 days. A lot of betrayal. Okay. It's specifically today, people are going to feel betrayed. They're going to feel alienated, and people are going to be taking advantage of certain opportunities. 11:11 on my clock. And for some people, you might be that opportunity that they try to take advantage of. Okay, so here we're being encouraged to arrange our day in a way that is going to benefit us in the long run. I am seeing certain things coming up in the energy, and these things have to do with money. It has to do with race, and this race, this is like horse races, car races. Yesterday, I picked up on a chase, so a car chase could happen over the next couple of days or so. But also highlighted is evade, and we know that there are escaped inmates here in Louisiana. There, okay, because I'm not, it's not here. I'm in Texas, but escaped inmates in Louisiana, and so I'm getting evade and flee. And speaking of which, let me just go on and help y'all out real fast, okay? I'm gonna help y'all out. All right. Some people might not take me seriously, just like the police officers in Washington that I called and let them know where Estela Torres was located, where her body can be found. But yet they don't want to go where I suggested that they go, because to them, when someone calls in, they just think you're crazy. But Estela Torres's body, okay, is in a national park around Amelia. Okay, there's an Amelia Trail or somewhere around there. She's in some water. She was placed in some water there. She was wrapped up and she was placed in water there. Okay. I know that I know what I know. Okay. I saw it. I wasn't there, but I still saw it. Okay. All right. I know everything. All right. But anyway, so let's go to these escaped inmates. Now, I'm picking up on at least maybe two situations, okay? One of them, okay, one of the situations I'm picking up right now is that you got to consider their needs, okay? They need rest. They need food. They need adequate clothing. Okay. Now, when it comes down to the rest, I do see them getting rest right now. So if you were going to catch them, you were going to catch them right now, while I see one of them at least resting. And this one that I see resting is resting in a hollowed place. It's like I'm picking up on, like, it's almost like it's in a place to where it's like most people wouldn't want to go. It's where you're least expected to go because it's dirty. Okay. It's a dirty place. It's a place where I'm also picking up on water. Okay. There's water around, this place. For some, I'm seeing a hollow place, specifically a container. Somebody's in some kind of container. This could be a shipping container. As shipping container is in the energy for the day, I am picking up on some kind of container. Okay. I'm also picking up on identification. Somebody's helping them, at least one person, at least. Okay. That is changing their identification. So, this one is going to be harder for you to catch. Okay. They are on the move. And what is not in the authorities' favor is time and it's distance. And it's really the situation here, that time and distance is not working in the favor. Time, distance, and weather. Time, distance, and weather. These are the things that are not working in authority's favor here. Because for me to be picking up on weather, that means that weather is going to get bad here over the next 1 or 3 days or so. And when that happens, I feel like it's going to be harder for y'all to find them. Okay. You might catch 1 or 2 of them, but I see it's going to take you a while because they're on the go. And once they get that distance, they have traction. And I see the pursuit of changing identity. Okay. Now, at least one of them has help. Okay, at least one of them has help. Okay, and so as far as, so one, I see like a dump. Okay, like a dump, like this could even be like what do you call those places? Like a dump where you like dump cars, you smash cars and stuff like that. I can't think, but it's a dump. Okay, a container in a dump somewhere. This could be like a landfill or something like that, but I'm picking up on a dump. Okay, could be a container there. I'm picking up on some water, so it could be a shipping container, but I do see at least one of them hiding inside of something. All right, this could even be the back of a truck. All right. But this could, now mind you, I'm picking up on these things, but this could also be immigrants, okay? Coming over. It could be illegal immigrants, but I'm picking up on things being hidden in containers. And I'm also picking up on like ditches and holes, okay? So this leaves me like, like under bridges and stuff like this. This leads me to like if there's a hole or a cubby in a bridge or something like that. These are the areas that you should really be looking at. Okay, for some of them, because they're trying to find their way out, and so they're actually gaining momentum and gaining traction here. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. Now notice that at least one of they all had to cross state highway, right? They had to cross the highway. So I mean, there's at least one of them might not have moved away as quick as you think they did. Okay, but this is at least what I'm seeing here. But water is significant here. Dirt, filth is significant here. Okay, and that's what I'm picking up on here. Okay, is if that helps anybody out. Ain't nobody gonna see this video, child. Ain't nobody gonna see this video but y'all. But this is good, because for me to, at least when it happens, I'll be like, oh, I was right, as if they gonna tell us where they found them at, right? But because I'm getting Tip and T.I., that's their tip. Okay, but for Tip and T.I. might be in the energy in the news today. Well, he is in the energy, but he might be in the news over the next 1 to 3 days, or so. I don't know why, but I feel like we'll hear something about Tip or T.I. Maybe he'll chime in on this or say something, because I find T.I. to be intelligent. Yeah, I do. But anywho, I'm seeing here now, when I was telling you earlier about contracts and money, I'm seeing that, I feel like there'll be people trying to play with your money, not your money, but energetically in the world, people might be trying to play with money, and they might end up trying to withhold money. So for some, money will be acting funny, and the math won't be mathing. And because of this, I see like people literally quitting their jobs today. I see people literally quitting their jobs today, like walking out, because they feel cheated. Okay. And they are being cheated. I get something coming in about unfair, people being unfair. Remember, I told you this before, people being treated unfairly. I see this deception, swindle, fraud. I'm picking up on this. Okay. Here. Now, also, I want to tell you to keep a close eye out on your children. I told you this, I think, a couple of days ago. Keep a close eye out on your children. So this energy has a lot to do with, like I said, over the last few, it's been like this sexual energy. So I feel like there's like a different kind of monster out here in these streets, on these streets, seeking about, lurking to see whom they may devour, and they have their eyes on these babies, on these innocent babies and toddlers. So we'll hear news over the next 1 to 3 days concerning babies and infants and adolescents and stuff like that. Not just on that level. That's just energetically what you can expect to see in the news. Okay. But whoever this monster is, and all of these monsters, these are the ones that they really do deserve to be locked up, at the least. And if you ask me, locked up and they balls chopped off. Do you hear me? I mean that thing. Y'all should be glad that this is not my world. Y'all should be glad that this is not my place, because I sure would. Let me find out that you up here messing with these little babies. My first thing would be to make you a eunuch. Do you hear me? I would have cut it off for sure. Okay. But that's what I'm seeing here. Is the what's going on here, and also with these escaped prisoners and stuff like that. Maybe babies coming up in the energy because they go to try to see their family, and they go to try to see their babies, or maybe at least one of them got a child that's getting ready to graduate, and in their mind they're like, let me try to see my baby graduate or something like that. I don't know if that's the case, but I'm just giving scenarios here. I'm also seeing something coming in about high-pitched sounds. High-pitched sounds. So we could hear like some kind of like sound over the next 1 to 3 days, and people try to figure out what that sound is. It could be a weather alert of some kind. Okay. If you're overseas, it might be a different kind of alert. It might be alert for a airstrike. Okay. Because I know they're trying to make peace. Are they? But I know they're trying to make peace. Are they? I'm just saying, because I still see strikes. More specifically, in this energy, I'm picking up on Pakistan. Okay, so I still see something going on. So I know what they said, but I also know what I see. And I know that at this time, they can seek peace, but it's almost like I feel like they make peace impossible. That's what I'm seeing here. They seek agreements, but this stuff still comes up because there's a lot of pettiness going on here. Okay, so they're not holding to the word. Okay, I'm also seeing here possibly, like I said, like a chase going on, because I see cars going at full throttle. Okay, so one of the escaped prisoners could be in a car. We know that one of them he's known for car theft. So, and I'm also seeing somebody being pickpocketed. Okay, so remember I told you you're dealing with crooks over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Swindlers, people who, like I say, they would try to talk you out of house, home, draws, and everything else. Okay, that's what's the energetically in the world that's going on right now. And so watch out for pickpockets, pickpocketers. Don't let people get too close to you. They might try to bump into you, and that's just a distraction. They're bumping into you, but they're stealing something out of your pocket. Okay, but pickpockets, theft. So theft is in the energy over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Also, not only, I'm talking about the youth earlier, but we'll also be seeing like troubled teens running away from home. Okay, energetically in the world is what I'm getting here. Troubled teens running away. But look, what are they running away from? Okay, so this is what you must ask, considering I got a lot of perverts and paraphernalia, because some of these kids, these troubled teens, they're running away from home because home is a threat to them. At least one of these that I'm seeing. Okay, Kai. Her name might be Kai. Okay, Kai. But home is a threat to her. Okay. And so she might be running away because of that. I saw, Anna. Anna. Home might be a threat to Anna. And so that's why she ends up running away. But Kai, Anna, these just might be names that we see in the news. It don't have to be runaway teens, but energetically, this is what we're going to see in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or 4 or so. Okay. Typically this energy, it takes 3 days for the stuff that I say to come to fruition. Some of it because I'm later on in the day, and actually the day starts at 7 p.m. the previous day. So because I'm already in the next day further in, some of this stuff that you see might already started happening. Okay. But nonetheless, this is what I'm seeing. So yeah, but home is a threat, okay? Because I am still picking up on a lot of sexual perversion energy here. Is what I'm seeing. Yeah. So, and then also I was telling you about the unpleasant, the dirty, and the soiled place, okay? Where somebody's sleeping right now. And it could be that troubled teen, all right? It could be that troubled teen that they find, but somebody's there. You're going to find something there. Could be chopped up bodies, but you're going to definitely find something there. If you look, you will find it, okay? Here, because I'm seeing, so what could end up happening while they're looking for these escaped inmates, they might end up finding some people that's been missing. They might end up finding someone else here. Okay. All right. So let me move on from that. All right. So Australia, something coming in about Australia. So we'll hear more about Australia. This could have something to do with Australia and politics, Australia and like the Liberal Party or something like that. Coming in, LGBTQ communities coming in as well. So we might hear something more about the new bills that have been passed, or some of the things here regarding them, even regarding the military. And speaking of military, I'm also picking up on like foot traffic. So it's going to be like light infantry, but I am seeing infantry nonetheless. I'm also seeing discharge. So we do see some more military servicemen possibly going on leave, but I'll speak less about that because loose lips sink ships. But speaking of a sinking ship, I'm also picking up on a ship over the next 1 or 3 days, or ships capsizing, okay, sinking, diving in the ocean, okay. This could, now I see in partial, so it could also be a submarine. Okay, we might hear something about submarine diving down, but I'm specifically getting turnover. So cars turning over, ships turning over, things being turned over. I don't think it's football because we're not in football season, I don't think. So I don't think it's like a football turnover. So I feel like it's cars turning over, ships being capsized. These are the type of things that I'm picking up on, but definitely something going on in the ocean, because this is 2 days that I've seen that. And also what's going on in the ocean could be more shark attacks and more shark bites, because I'm getting a lot about bites, okay? Bites and bits, as Bitcoin is also going to be in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so. It could be the Bitcoin stock, as I see like the stock exchange energy here as well over the next 1 to 3 days, okay? So I wouldn't do it over the next 1 or 3 days, because I told you that there's going to be people swindling and duping, deceits and cheats. So with that energy coming in, it makes me think that there could be a downturn in Bitcoin. But what I know, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment purposes only. But if you know like I know, then you know. All right. But I wouldn't do it. I'm also picking up on small animals here. We're going to see more about small animals in the news over the next 1 to 3 days. Beavers, ferrets, minks, maybe they're babies, maybe they're in getting ready, or they just had babies, or you'll first sightings of them and their babies, or something like that. Birds coming in the energy as well. But now more animals attack over the next 1 to 3 days for sure. Specifically the day after tomorrow. Okay, so if you're planning a trip to the beach, I wouldn't do it the day after tomorrow. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't do it. But I'm just telling you what I see, because animals are more likely to attack on that day, because animals are going to be more likely to be more active on that day. Let me tell y'all something. I got to speak fast because I'm already 26 minutes. But someone called me and they asked me, does their dog hate them? And I'm like, no, your dog does not hate you. And she was like, well, he's pulling down when he's pulling the chain. And I'm like, do you got a retractable chain that allows him to let go? She said, no, they say that's not good for him. Who told you that? Who told you that? If you ease up on him, he will ease up on you, boo. I got 13 dogs on the regular. And believe you me, they get on my nerves sometimes, but they are so loyal. They are loyal. They don't hate you. They love you. These animals love you. And if they're acting out of character, it's likely that it's a full moon, or it's energetically a time to where they got all this energy. They don't know what to do with it. Or you're treating them unfairly. You're not being good to them. So if you're not being good to them and you're abusing them, they're going to respond to you in a certain way. You see? So it's just like I told you about Balaam and his donkey. Is it my habit to treat you this way? So I'm one of those type of people to where, like, I don't really believe that you should be mistreating animals. I really don't. Because I think I talked to him, child. Yeah, like I'm so entwined with these dang on dogs. They talk to me. I talk to them. Ducks, geese too. Y'all saw Geesey? Geesey just comes up, just talk to me about anything, child. And I found out, I messed around and found out that he can understand me. Y'all remember when I told him to go run out to my neighbor? I said, leave me alone. I said, go mess with Mr. Paul. And then he started running towards Mr. Paul. I was like, oh, shoot. He can hear me. So, yeah, no. So these animals, they're animals, but they understand. They're animals, but they feel. You see? They're not that far away from us. Some people say, they don't know no better. They do. But they got to be taught better. But anyways, I digress. So I'm saying that because animals is in the energy over the next 1 to 3 days. Okay. And the day after tomorrow, they could be acting out of character. So anyway, here. So I'm also seeing stuff coming in about jokesters, people teasing people as well. And it could have something to do with their class. I'm also getting graduations, obviously, but I'm also getting something about like categorizing people, grouping people here. For instance, this could be like people being pulled over driving while DWB. Let's say DWB. Okay, that's what they get pulled over for, DWB instead of DWI, or DWM instead of DWI. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so anywho, that's what type of situation that could happen here. Um, I'm getting something coming in about cars, specifically the maker model. So like I said, I feel like at least one of them is gonna be like moving about. Brand coming up, like branding, so business coming in, business is coming in. Um, so it's going to get busy over the next couple of days. Business is coming in, but it's more like structuring your business, um, and working on the clerical side of things right now, but not like I said, signing documents and stuff. But you can review documents, but I wouldn't do it right now. Okay, spend some time with your contracts to make sure you're not overlooking something, because you do typically have days to do that. Okay, you don't always have to sign right away. But I'm not an attorney. What do I know? Okay, all right. So I'm also seeing stuff coming up about tools and equipment, instruments, gadgets, utensils, appliances. These are some things that we're going to be seeing over the next 1 or 3 days, and even in prison. See, there's a lot going on with prison, but I guess because we're still in that energy. But I'm seeing paraphernalia. Okay. So they might end up finding paraphernalia. Oh, I know what that could be, because they're wondering how they got out of the bars, right? They might end up finding paraphernalia in places where that allowed them to be able to get those bars and stuff, and put that hole in the wall and stuff like that. Here, but I do see them catching somebody here, because I see tackle, and I feel like they're going to at least capture one person, or somebody might be tackled. Is it football season? Because I kid you not, I see tackle and I see sports, and it makes me think that I don't know. I'm just going to ignore that, because I feel like they'll catch at least one more over the next 1 to 3 days or so. But I don't feel like they're going to catch all of them right away. I don't feel like that here. And like I said, time, weather is not, and distance is not working in the law's favor in Louisiana for sure. All right. So I'm also seeing here, I told you about garments. Okay. Garments. Okay. Clothing is what I'm picking up on as well here. So they're, like I said, they're going to be in different clothing, but I am also picking up on something coming in about the fashion industry. So we might hear some more about new fashion here, or some kind of fashion that starts trending. Okay, this could be fashion with gadgets in it, that ends up trending. Okay, and they found trackers in somebody's clothing. What was that, on Shein? They found trackers in it. But anyways, I got to get through this energy. I'm going on tangents. Something coming in about a violin. Okay, violin. I'm getting like, this is like, I'm seeing proposals. I'm seeing submissions. I'm seeing advancement over the next 1 to 3 days or so. I'm seeing greetings and farewell. So there's going to be people transitioning into the spirit. I'm also seeing mass transitions into the spirit. Matter of fact, I told you the boo-boo hits the fan. I do see something mass going on. Could be a mass shooting. That's why I said watch these babies. I'm getting something coming in about a wish. This could have something to do with Make-A-Wish, but I'm seeing greetings and farewells. So there are going to be people transitioning tonight, and then over the next the end of the cycle here, they'll be sent home, okay? But it's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing commands and demands coming in. So I'm seeing something about orders coming in over the next 1 to 3 days or so. I told you I'm seeing things being drowned, submerged in water, that type of thing. Um, so we could actually see bodies in water, without me telling you. Just think about what I told you earlier, and that's what could be found. Okay. Um, but I'm seeing failed attempts so there's going to be failed attempts over the next 1 to 3 days. People are going to be irritable. Lovers are going to be spatting. They're going to be fighting. This is a day of domestic violence as well, because arguments can go left. That's why I said spend time with yourself and your internal environments. So I am seeing like splashing, water splashing. This could be a swim competition too, nonetheless. So it don't have to be a drowning. It could be swim competitions. I would hope that it's a swimming competition, because I am picking up on rewards, okay, in the energy over the next 1 to 3 days. Okay. I see things sloping and declining, something about a slope. Something, like I said, this is something about like a downward slope here. This could be like a rock slide. Something, well, this is probably what caused it, that's going to cause the ship to capsize or something like that, because of a stupid foolish act or something. But I'm seeing like someone basically being perceived as stupid and foolish. Okay. Candle making, candles come up. Something coming up about candles. This could be wax here coming up in the news over the next 1 to 3 days. Something about packages. If it smell funny, if it look funny, if it feel funny, then it might be funny. So that means don't open it, okay? Over the next 1 or 3 days or so. If you don't know where it comes from, if you didn't order it and it don't have a return address and you can't call that person and check, don't open it. Okay. Let's see what else. Oh, and people could be stealing stealing packages from people's porches and, etc. Here. Okay. Perv energy. Tools. Something coming in about the mouth. Here. Fish. Something about fishing coming in. This could be a boat that was out going for a fishing trip and it ends up capsizing over. That could be what it is. Politics and policy. Of course, we're going to hear more about that. Work functions and stuff like that coming in. Things being put on hold as well. Okay. The mouth is because of communication, talk here, disrespect, because I am picking up on disrespect. So people, I'm telling you, disagreements, arguments, that type of thing is what I'm seeing here. It's a lot going on in this energy. Okay. Something about a like ditch, trench, hollow shaft. That's what I was talking about. Evacuation, a cavity of something like that. Excavation, not evacuation. So this could be a construction site where someone's been staying. Okay. And I'm seeing something about a bed. I'm not sure what that's about, but I'm picking up on something about a bed. I'm getting a download right now as we speak. Okay. Something coming in about the mind as well. This could be a mind field, but I'm saying mind, M-I-N-D, mind, okay? Here, Long Island is significant. And you know what? This situation here with the escaped inmates, this might bring up more Alcatraz talk, okay? This actually gives Mr. Trumpet more incentive, more motive, I guess, to go ahead with the Alcatraz idea that he has. Oh, I see like burning. I see something like being caught on fire, and I feel like it's going to be things being burning, but being caught on fire on purpose. On purpose. Now there's going to be some chemical fires as well. So I would still encourage the firefighters to be ready. Make sure you're taking care of yourself so that you can take care of others. But specifically, if you get an opportunity to rest today, rest up, because it's gonna, over the next 1 to 3 days, it could be interesting here. But yeah, I am picking up on like, I forget what they call them, but I feel like somebody could do some fire starting here. Okay. Gifts and rewards. Okay. Something coming in about lighting and illumination. Lighting and illumination. Okay. We know that sometimes lightning can strike something and cause things to catch on fire as well. But this could also be represent power outages here that I'm seeing. Okay. So that's what I'm picking up on here now as well. I'm seeing some, drill instructors. I'm seeing something coming in about injections, inspectors, intelligence. That's what the mind part represent. Italy. Something coming up in the news over the next 1 to 3 days about Italy. And it could be something to do with drills of some sort here. All right. Well, I love y'all. Google one. Hearts go out. You get a heart. You get a heart. You get a heart. Hearts go out. Hearts go out. Bye.